water dripping from the bottom of the system. This is Jonathan. I am out at the garage today. You can see behind me it snowed last night, and we just had a pretty torrential downpour. So the temperatures are cold enough to be uncomfortable, but warm enough to rain at this point. So I just wanted to walk by and take a look and see what's happening with the gutter guards here in late January of 2023. So stay tuned and I'll show you what's going on. Looks like we have maybe 3 inches of snow, 3 to 4 inches of snow sitting on top of the roof there, or at least down at the gutter guard level. Maybe 3 inches going up the side. A little bit more at the bottom here because the gutters tend to drop down, so you get a little bit of a buildup there. At any rate, just kind of walk you through the different gutter guards and show you how they're performing right now in this combination of snow and a little bit of rain and warming temperatures. This is Armour guard on the north side of the garage, so you can see that we're getting some water dripping from the bottom of the system. And I just want to say that this is to be expected with any gutter guard. I don't care what gutter guard you have up there, you're going to get water dripping off the roof. You can see that the snow is sitting up higher, but essentially what happens is the snow is melting kind of on the underside at the roof level, shingle level, and then it works its way down, and some of that water is going into the gutter and some of that water is coming over the edge of the gutter. This is GutterDome on the north side of the garage. So again, you can see water dripping from the bottom of the gutter. Maybe a little bit more in different spots. That's a pretty good vantage point there. Here we're looking at Valor on the north side of the garage. So you can see quite a bit of debris is still sitting on top of there, and some of the water that's actually coming off is shooting off the edge of the stems and the pine needles that are still sitting on top of that system. So what's happening is the water is coming down, kind of melting underneath the snowpack, and then as it comes across the gutter guard, it's just going to follow the path of least resistance. And in this case, the path of least resistance is some of that debris that's still sitting up there. But we're also getting water dripping from the gutter itself, which is, again, something that you would expect to see in this particular situation. This is Klean Gutter on the north side of the garage. So in addition to some water dripping here, we also have a small icicle that is formed there on that edge. You can see some debris sitting on top of it. So you've got water that's kind of following the pathway of that debris as well. And you can see, like in the case, there's a leaf right there in the middle above that downspout, and you're getting a continuous drop of water coming from that. So ideally, if you didn't have any debris sitting up on top of that, then more of that water would be captured within the gutter itself. I wanted to take a moment to introduce myself. I appreciate you for watching this video so far. I hope you find it informational. And before I get you back to the programming, I just wanted to take a moment. I'm Jonathan with Gutter Guards Direct. We've been helping homeowners solve their gutter and water problems since 1996. I started this video series in 2020 as a way to help homeowners better discern what gutter protection systems really work. There's obviously a lot of hype in the market. There's a lot of products on the market, way more products today than there ever were in the past, and I've always thought there were way too many gutter protection systems on the market. So this series is really my effort to help myself understand what are the best systems on the market, but by turning it into the Ultimate Gutter Guard Challenge on YouTube, it also helps you figure out what are the best systems for your particular environment. And again, I hope you're enjoying this video. Before I send you back to the programming, I wanted to take a moment and let you know that we also install gutters and gutter guards. And the guttering portion of it is generally in conjunction with installing the gutter guards. So we're not necessarily chasing gutter installation work by itself, but we will do it again if we are installing gutter guards on your home. And we service all of Ohio. We service southeast Michigan, so greater Detroit and Ann Arbor areas. We do greater Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to the east. To the west, we go as far as greater Indianapolis and points a little bit north of Indianapolis, and pretty much south of there down to the Cincinnati and kind of Louisville, Kentucky areas. So anywhere kind of along the Ohio and northern Kentucky border. We service Louisville and Lexington, Kentucky, and then really any point in between those markets from Ohio all the way down to Tennessee, where we service greater Nashville, greater Knoxville, and occasionally we'll even visit Chattanooga. So if you live in any of these markets and you are interested in a free assessment at your home and a free estimate, feel free to give us a call at 1-800-750-2131. Again, that's 1-800-750-2131 for your free in-home estimate. Thanks, and back to the programming. This is LeafFilter on the north side of the garage. So what's a little bit different about LeafFilter is that it has this plastic drip edge across the front. A little bit hard to see, but it's just peering out a little bit from the front lip of the gutter. So what happens as the water comes across the gutter guard or off that snowpack, it hits that drip edge and then it kicks it away from the face of the gutter. So the face of the gutter itself is dry, and you can see there's no dripping happening at the bottom of the gutter guard. But what you also see is a lot of debris sitting on top of it. So that is helping to usher some of the water off the top of the system. So it's a combination of water hitting that drip edge and then water hitting the pine needles and the stems and the leaves, and then kind of dripping off the face of the gutter. But in this case, it's kicking it away from the face of the gutter. This is MasterShield on the north side of the garage. So you can see that you're getting some dripping happening off that drip edge that's on the front. I don't see any water on the face of the gutter, at the bottom of the gutter. Maybe a little bit of water on the front there. So right there you can see a droplet happening. But this system is clean. Nothing sitting on top of it that I can see. And then if you look at ground level, you're going to see dripping happening. Most of that is coming off the edge of the gutters, but you can also see situations where the water is actually coming out of the downspout. It's not a tremendous amount. Here's another example. A little more water. That is the Klean Gutter system. So people wonder, does any water get through the gutters this time of year? And the answer is yes. It may not be a tremendous amount, but that's actually something I'd be willing to come out and take a look at. As it warms up a little bit more, we get some more thawing happening either today or tomorrow. I can take a look at that. Here we're looking at Valor on the south side of the garage. So we don't have quite as much snow on the roof on this side. Obviously you're getting more sun, UV light here, so the amount of snow there is a little bit less. But and the Valor system here, which is installed up at an angle, at a pretty good angle, I think is mostly clear. Last time I checked, I didn't really see much up there. So what you can see here is you just got a lot of water droplets that are forming at the base of the gutter. So it's coming around off the top, following that snow pathway, and then dripping from the bottom of the gutter. This is the upside down cheese grater system. Getting a fair bit of water coming over the top. You can see those water beads there. When I looked yesterday, I didn't really see much in the way of debris sitting on top of this one, so it should allow water to get inside the gutter without too much problem. And if you come down to the ground level, you can see some water dripping out the bottom, right there at the downspout, in addition to the water that's dripping off the base of the gutters. This is HydroFlo. We definitely have water droplets at the bottom of the gutter, but we're not getting a tremendous amount of dripping happening from there. So that's actually kind of interesting, that it's doing a pretty good job of retaining the water up at the gutter level. If you come down here, you can see a fair bit of water dripping out of the back of the downspout there. So that's an indication of more water passing through the gutter guard than dripping over the top, at least at the moment. So that one is doing a pretty good job. Here's the open gutter on the south side of the garage, and you can see a bunch of leaves and debris that are inside that thing. Because it doesn't have a gutter cover on it, it is more likely that the water is going to just, or the snow and ice is just going to be inside the gutter. You definitely see some dripping here. Again, this may have been from the rain that just came through 10 or 15 minutes ago. You've got some dripping there because otherwise I don't really see an opportunity for the snow at this point. Maybe a little bit over to the right to drip over the edge. And if we look down at ground level, you can see the water dripping out of that system. So the open gutter is probably by and large going to do the best job in terms of accepting the water and preventing it from dripping off the base of the gutter up until the point that you've got more snow and ice on top of it, at which point you'll start to see icicles form and water dripping from the front edge. Here we're looking at RainDrop on the south side of the garage. This is the black plastic system, and you can see water that is dripping from the base of the gutter here. Pretty good sized water droplets. So that's an indication that water is coming off those channels, those kind of vertical ribs, and then dripping over the top edge of the gutter, and then dripping off the base. But if we come down here, you'll also see some water going into the gutter itself, which is a good sign. Now yesterday when we had it warmed up a little bit, and I looked out the window, both the RainDrop system and the one next to it did not have any snow or ice remaining on top of it. So in this particular case, being a black cover probably helps, definitely helps melt more quickly than some of the other systems. Here we're looking at the solid gutter cover from that I got at Home Depot. So it's the hooded style system, the reverse curve system. You can definitely see some water dripping from the base of this. You can also see kind of the buildup of snow on the edge of the gutter itself, or on the gutter guard itself. So because the water has to go curl around and go through around the nose of at the front of the gutter, if that gets frozen, which it looks like it partially is at this point, you're going to see more water dripping from the base of the gutter, and we're seeing some pretty good sized water droplets coming off that system right now. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe buttons and ding the bell, and you'll be notified the next time we upload a video. So you can see a few of the gutter guards still have debris sitting on top of them. 4 of them are pretty clear.